19 September 1944. The day the entire German Panzerwaffe got knocked the fuck out by 3 rusty, beat-to-hell, so-called junk American Shermans in 30 blood-soaked minutes. Let me take you there. Not just tell you the story, I'm gonna make you live it. I'm gonna make you smell the cordite, taste the fear, feel the ground shake under 45-ton steel monsters dying one after another. It's 3:30 a.m., Lorraine, eastern France. The temperature is barely above freezing. The fog isn't normal fog. This is apocalyptic fog. The kind that swallows sound. The kind that turns the world into a white void where ghosts with 75mm guns wait to murder you. This is the morning the German High Command thought they were going to reverse the entire Western Front. Hitler himself, screaming in the Wolf's Lair, pounds the table. Die 5. Panzerarmee wird sofort angreifen, Patton zerschlagen. Lunéville zurückerobern. Bis zur Maas vorstoßen. He gives the job to one of his best, General Lieutenant Hermann Balck. Balck gets 2 brand new, never-before-seen Panzer Brigades, 111, Panzer Brigade, and 113, Panzer Brigade. These aren't rebuilt units. These are factory-fresh killers. 262 tanks and assault guns total, mostly Panther Osef. G, the final evolution. 80mm frontal armor sloped at 55 degrees. The deadly KWK-42 liters. 70 gun that can kill a Sherman at 2,500 meters on the first shot. Brand new Maybach engines. Brand new Zeiss optics. Crews handpicked from the best training schools. They were told, you are the sword that will cut the Americans in half. Go west. Smash everything. By evening, you will be drinking wine in Nancy. They actually believed it. Now, let's walk over to the American side. Combat Command A, 4th Armored Division, 3rd Army, commanded by Colonel Bruce C. Clark, a stone-cold legend who never lost a battle. They have exactly 35 Shermans. That's it. 35 tanks to stop 2 full Panzer Brigades. 7-to-1 odds. Most of the tanks are early M4S and M4A1S with the short 75mm M3 gun and only 50-63mm of frontal armor. Engines are running on fumes. Tracks are half worn. Crews haven't slept properly in a week. They're living on coffee, cigarettes, and pure spite. They call their tanks Ronson's Lights, first time, every time. Tommy Cookers. Purple Heart boxes. German propaganda has been laughing at the Sherman for 4 straight years. But on this morning, 3 of those Purple Heart boxes are about to commit the greatest act of armored violence in history. 0500 hours. The fog is so thick you can't see your hand in front of your face. German columns start rolling blind. No reconnaissance. No infantry screens. Just pure, blind arrogance. Panthers in the lead, moving in perfect road column because who the hell is going to stop us? Waiting for them in the darkness? 3 Shermans. Just 3. Call signs. Cannonball, commanded by 1st Lieutenant James Maurice LaMotte, 24 years old. From Shreveport, Louisiana. Chain-smoking Lucky Strikes like they're oxygen. His tank is a beat-up M4A, one that's been hit so many times the crew painted little white kill rings on the barrel, already 18 rings from Normandy. Left wingman. Sergeant Joe Willis. Iowa farm boy. Can load a 75mm shell faster than most men can breathe. Right wingman. Corporal Robert Bob Kaufman. Philadelphia street kid. Mouth like a sailor, aim like God. 15 American men total. 15. Against an entire Panzer Brigade. The 1st Panther rolls into the kill zone at less than 300 yards. It's so close you can see the faint glow of the commander's cigarette inside the cupola. LaMotte doesn't scream. He doesn't need to. His voice is ice-cold death over the intercom. Gunner. Traverse right. Steady. Panther. Flank shot. Fire. Boom. The 75mm APCBC round screams out of the barrel at 2,030 feet per second. It punches clean through the Panther's 40mm side armor like it's cardboard. Rips through the fighting compartment, detonates the ready rack. The entire turret lifts 6 inches off the ring, flips sideways, and slams back down in flames. 4 German crewmen come tumbling out on fire, screaming, beating at their uniforms, rolling in the French mud as their life burns away. That was kill number 1. Time elapsed, 8 seconds. The 2nd Panther reacts, starts swinging its turret, too slow, way too slow. 35 seconds for a full 360-degree traverse. Willis is already firing. Direct hit to the rear engine deck. Fuel tanks rupture. The entire back of the Panther erupts in a 50-foot orange fireball that lights up the fog like hell opened its doors. Kill number 2. German radio nets explode into pure chaos. Feindpanzer. Woher kommt das Feuer? Links, rechts. Sie sind überall. Wie viele Shermans? The answer comes back in a voice that's already broken. Nur drei, es sind nur drei. Sie tanzen mit uns. Sie tanzen? They're dancing with us. That single sentence destroyed the German soul that morning. Not the burning tanks. Not the dead crews. The fact that 3 inferior American tanks were toying with the master race like cats playing with half-dead mice. LaMotte starts moving. Not retreating, hunting. He drives cannonball straight into the fog, using orchards, hedgerows, stone walls, and the mist itself as cover. Pop out from nowhere, fire. Disappear. Pop out 30 meters to the left, fire again. The Germans can't lock on. Every time a Panther turns to engage, it exposes its paper-thin side armor. Every time it exposes its side, boom, another kill. 8 minutes in, 5 Panthers burning. 12 minutes in, 8 Panthers burning. 18 minutes in, 10 confirmed kills. 25 minutes in, 11 elite German tanks destroyed. 11 in under 30 minutes by 3 Shermans. German commanders are literally crying on the radio. One Hauptmann screams, "Das ist unmöglich! Das kann nicht sein!" His gunner, voice shaking, "Herr Hauptmann, Sie sind Geister. Sie sind überall und nirgends." Ghosts. And then, 063, 0 hours, the fog begins to thin, the sun starts to rise, and the sky fills with the most terrifying sound any German soldier in 1944 could ever hear. Why, 47 Thunderbolts. The Jabos. The flying tank killers. The angels of death with 500-pound bombs and rockets. 8 aircraft in the first wave, each carrying 2 500-pound bombs, 8 HVAR rockets, and 8 50-caliber machine guns that fire 1,200 rounds per minute per gun. They catch the entire 111th Panzer Brigade still bunched up on the roads, still trying to figure out who just murdered their lead companies in the fog. The first Thunderbolt dives straight down through the clouds. Pilot lines up on a column of 15 Panthers. Pickle button pressed. 2 bombs drop. They hit dead center. The explosion is so massive it flips a 45-ton Panther completely upside down like it's a toy car. Shrapnel rips through 3 more tanks. Secondary explosions chain react down the entire column. Then the rockets. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. 8 rockets ripple off the wings in less than 2 seconds. Every single one finds a target. Turrets blown clean off. Tracks shredded. German soldiers running in blind panic. Throwing away rifles, helmets, everything. One German survivor wrote in his diary that night, "The sky turned black with American aircraft. There was no Luftwaffe. There was no flak. There was only death from above. We could not fight. We could only die or run." By 0900 hours, the 111th Panzer Brigade, brand new that morning, no longer existed as a fighting force. Over 60 tanks destroyed or abandoned in 4 hours. Hundreds of German dead littering the fields. The rest running east, some without their boots. And the 3 Shermans? LaMotte's cannonball took exactly 1 hit, a glancing 75mm round on the mantlet that ricocheted harmlessly into the sky. 0 American tanks lost in the morning ambush. 0. Over the next 10 days, the Battle of Arracourt became the single greatest American armored victory of the entire European theater. Final tally after 10 days of pure, unrelenting slaughter. American losses. 25 Shermans, Sept tank destroyer. Fewer than 200 men killed or wounded. German losses, 86 tanks confirmed destroyed, mostly Panthers. 114 total armored vehicles, over 200 trucks and half-tracks, more than 2,000 casualties. The entire 5th Panzer Army, Hitler's last strategic armored reserve in the West, completely annihilated. And it all started with 3 junk Shermans, 3 American kids who looked the entire German war machine in the eye and made it blink first. This wasn't luck. This was training. This was tactics. This was the American way of war. Not bigger tanks. Better men. Better radios. Better teamwork. Better air support. And balls of pure American steel. So when someone tells you the Panther was the best tank of World War II, you laugh in their face. When someone shows you spec sheets, you burn them. Because on one foggy morning in France, 3 beat-to-hell Shermans with nothing but guts, training, and perfect ambush knocked out the entire German Panzer force in 30 minutes, and then spent the next 10 days mopping up whatever was left. Arracourt wasn't just a battle. It was a declaration. It was America standing up in front of the entire Wehrmacht and screaming at the top of its lungs, "You had your chance. Now watch us end this war."